The movie begins with three robbers named Griff, Buddy, and Darling who get off the car to rob a bank. The robbers rob the bank while a young driver named Baby is sitting back in the car. After the robbery is done, the police drive their car through the city. Baby successfully deceives the police and takes the car to the parking lot. Afterward, Baby goes to the shop while listening to music through earphones. The head of the robbery gang, named Doc, gives the squad their share of the money. Griff gets angry with Baby for listening to music and not paying heed to Doc. After taking their shares, the gang leaves. Doc keeps Baby's share with him as Baby has a debt to pay him. Doc gives Baby a pair of gloves and a phone, saying he will contact him for the next task. The scene shifts to Baby's house, where an elderly man named Joseph sits on a chair. Baby hides the little money he received from Doc. Joseph, handicapped by his legs and dumb, tells Baby to leave the job of stealing. Baby then composes a song with the voices of robbers and Doc. He places the cassette among other cassettes. Later, Baby goes to have dinner at a restaurant. He sees a waitress named Deborah singing a song walk past him. Baby records her song on his recorder. Deborah comes back to take Baby's order, and she notices he is recording her voice. They converse with each other. Afterward, Baby goes to the music store and finds the same song Deborah was singing. At home, Baby puts on the song Deborah was singing, and he starts dancing. Meanwhile, Doc makes a phone call to Baby, telling him about a new task. Baby goes to the place of Doc, and Doc introduces him to a new gang: Eddie, No Nose, JD, and Bats. The new gang asks Doc for the reason behind Baby's constant listening to music. Doc explains it is from his childhood. Doc briefs the gang about the new task while Baby is seen busy listening to music through earphones. When Bats asks Baby to tell him what Doc briefed them on, Baby explains everything as clearly as if he were all ears to Doc. The task is to rob an armored truck. The next day, while the Baby is sitting in the car, the gang goes to rob the truck. They rob the truck successfully and get to the car after killing the truck driver. However, a Marine follows them in his vehicle. Before Bats has almost killed the Marine, Baby drives the car away to miss Bats' target. Later, they got stuck in heavy traffic. They leave their car and get into another one after getting a woman with her baby out of it. Baby takes the car to the parking lot, and they shift from one car to another. They report to Doc, and he gives everyone their share. Doc tells Baby to dispose of the car and throw away JD's body. Baby takes the car to the junkyard and crushes it. Baby recalls a memory of his father. He recalls how his alcoholic father used to abuse his mother. One day, when Baby and his parents are going somewhere in the car, they meet with a road accident, but Baby receives no harm. Later, Baby goes to meet Deborah at the restaurant. Baby and Deborah have a pleasant time together, and they talk about themselves. Some days later, Baby gets a new job as a pizza delivery boy because his time with Doc has come to an end. Baby starts to date Deborah, and one day, while they were at a restaurant, Doc noticed Baby. He asks Baby to come back to him because his business of robbery has not been going well since he left. Baby reluctantly agrees with Doc. Baby and Deborah share a kiss in the car. The following day, Baby and Doc go to a post office. Doc explains that he has made plans to rob the post office. Doc asks Baby to observe the place, and he sends his nephew with him. Baby and the child notice the office. Later, Baby makes a phone call to Deborah and offers to run away together. Afterward, Baby goes to Doc's place to plan the new theft. He sees Darling, Bats, and Buddy there. Doc briefs his gang about the robber and tells them to get new guns from the butcher's shop. On their way to Butcher's, Bats tells Baby to stop the car at a restaurant. Darling romantically tells Buddy that Bats flirts with her. Later, the gang reaches the Butcher's shop. While Butcher is showing them guns, Bats shoots him in the chest, causing gunfire. Bats throws a grenade into the car, and they leave in their car. On the way back, Bats asks Baby to stop the car at Bo's, where Deborah works. They stop the car at the restaurant, and Deborah sees Baby worried. After they have dinner, Bats takes his gun to kill Deborah, but Baby stops him. As they exit the restaurant, Baby pays the bill with a written note inviting her on a road trip at 2 a.m. They return to Doc and tell him that the Butcher and his men were cops. Bats tells Doc that he killed Butcher first. Doc makes up his mind to relinquish the job robber. He asks Baby if he should carry on with the job. Baby nods. That night, when Baby is going to meet Deborah, Buddy, and Bats stop him. They get into the car suspiciously, and Bats takes Baby's recorder. Bats knocks Baby out. Baby opens his eyes and finds himself at Doc's place. Buddy learns about the mixed music of Baby. They argue about whether Baby should drive the car tomorrow for the robbery. The following day, the gang reaches the scene of the robbery. They plan that Buddy will take Darling as a fake hostage while Bats goes inside. Baby points out to a teller whom he met earlier not to go inside the office. She brings a guard with her to Baby's car. Suddenly, the gang rushes out of the office and Bats shoots the guard dead. They get into the car, but Baby is reluctant to drive it. Eventually, when Bats points his gun at Baby, he drives the car into a standing truck. Straight rods pierce through Bats' body, killing him on the spot. Afterward, the police arrive, and Baby, Buddy, and Darling run away. Baby separates from Buddy and Darling while running. He breaks into a shop and tries to change his dress, but the police locate him. He runs to a car and drives it to the road, where he sees Buddy and Darling in another car. Suddenly, the police shot Darling dead. Angrily, Buddy takes the gun and shoots at the cops, killing them while Baby flees. Baby gets into the car of an old lady and puts on the song while driving. He drives to his home, and at home, he finds everything scattered and Joseph lying on the floor. He makes a phone call to Deborah, but another man picks it up. Baby takes the money from below the floor and lifts Joseph in his hands to the car. He drops Joseph off at a nursing home with some money. After that, Baby goes to Bo's, where he finds Buddy sitting in the restaurant. Buddy wants Baby to pay for getting Darling killed. He threatens to kill Deborah. When Buddy looks at another waitress, Baby snatches a gun from Buddy and shoots him. Baby and Deborah run from the restaurant, but soon the police arrive. The cops ask Buddy if he is all right. Buddy shoots the cop instead. Later, Baby makes a phone call to Doc, but he does not pick up the call. Afterward, Baby and Deborah steal a car from two boys at gunpoint and drive the car to Doc's place. When they arrive at Doc's, Baby requests that he be given his recorder. Doc gives Baby the money they stole from the post office. Doc gives some tapes and some money to Deborah so she can run away after he sees Deborah with him. When Baby, Deborah, and Doc are going out, Butcher's men arrive, armed. They open fire on them. Although Doc shoots them, he receives a bullet in his shoulder. Meanwhile, suddenly, Buddy arrives there in his car. He runs the car over Doc, killing him on the spot. After that, Buddy turns the car towards Baby, but Baby jumps over the car, escaping from Buddy's car. Buddy's car falls off the railings and goes down several floors. Buddy, on the other hand, gets out of the car before it crashes. Buddy shoots at Baby, but Baby escapes the fire. Before Buddy has almost shot Deborah, Baby shoots Buddy in the leg, causing him to fall onto the burning car several floors below. The next day, the police arrest Baby on a bridge. Baby's trials begin, and Deborah, Joseph, and the post office teller give testimony on behalf of Baby. A judge sentences Baby to 25 years in prison. He learns in prison that Deborah's real name is Miles. After 5 years, Baby gets out of prison, and Deborah is waiting for him outside. The movie ends there. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so you can stay updated with our daily movie recaps.